Hi everyone, today's Meatless Monday video is called Easy Peasy Pasta Salad. I got this from a vegan cookbook. I've made it once before and I really enjoyed it, so I thought I would share the recipe with you guys. It is a pasta salad, so you could make this for parties or you could make it for yourself. For lunches, that's what I've been doing is, so you can make it and then throughout the week just eat it for lunch, just pull it out of the fridge, or it can be a healthy snack. Sometimes if I'm craving food, I will just eat some of this rather than something unhealthy. But it's pretty quick and easy to throw together and it's full of flavor. So let's get started. I'll show you guys the ingredients and how to make it. Alright, so here are the ingredients that I am using in this recipe that I'm making tonight. I am having the original recipe from the cookbook. The amount that I'm making should serve about 4 people. And here's what I'm using. So you can really use any kind of pasta that you want. I'm going to be using these rainbow twirls. I need 8 ounces and I've only got 4 ounces in here, so I'm actually also going to use another pasta that I have. It's a rigatoni, so it's going to be kind of random. We'll have 2 different pastas, but we're going to be using 8 ounces of pasta. We're going to need a potato. This is a potato that needs to be used up right away. So you just need like a really small potato. You can use red or white. And then we're going to need some frozen peas. The original recipe calls for a clove of garlic, so I am just using a very small clove. We're also going to need some tomato paste. I made this a week or so ago and this was the leftover tomato paste, so I still have that I need to use. We're going to need some Dijon mustard, some dried oregano, some dried basil, some sea salt, and some olive oil, and you're also going to need some cold water. And the recipe also does call for capers. I don't have capers on hand. I didn't use them the first time I made this recipe and it still came out good. I would like to try it one time with capers, but I'm not going to go buy them just for this recipe, and I would only need half a tablespoon of them, so I think it's fine to leave them out, but there's what you'll need, so let's get started. Alright, so step 1. I just peeled and chopped up my potato into fourths, and I've got it in some salted water here. I'm going to boil it and let it cook until it's tender. While the potatoes are cooking and I'm waiting for the water for the pasta to start boiling, I'm going to go ahead and start putting the rest of the ingredients into this little food processor here, so then I can just put these up and it will be close to being ready. So I've got my clove of garlic here. The good thing about this recipe is you don't even have to chop it up. I just took the skin off of it, and so I'm throwing that in there along with 1.5 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. My husband always puts Dijon mustard on his sandwiches, turkey and cheese sandwiches, and every time I taste it, I'm like, this is not good. How do you like this kind of mustard? So I obviously am not a big fan of Dijon mustard, but I do like this recipe. So there's 1 tablespoon of that, and I've got here half a tablespoon of dried oregano. I'm just going to go ahead and like try to, you know, crumble it up even more, because I didn't like eating big chunks of oregano last time I made this. But if you don't mind that, then just throw it in there and keep going. And we need half a teaspoon of dried basil. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the oregano. Probably doesn't even help anything. I know I'm weird. And then we need a half a teaspoon of sea salt, half of a heaping teaspoon of sea salt, and then 1/4 cup of cold water. My potatoes just finished cooking, so I'm going to drain them now and rinse with cold water. And then I'm just going to set those to the side and let them cool completely until the pasta is almost finished. Okay, now I'm going to start the pasta. Like I said, I'm using 2 different kinds of pasta, so I'm putting the rigatoni in there first, and that takes about 14 minutes to cook. And then when the timer gets to 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add the other pasta. Does anybody else ever cook 2 different pastas together? Is that weird? Because I do it sometimes when I want to use up pastas. So let that cook for 10 more minutes. After the potato has cooled down, I'm going to go ahead and add that to the food processor as well. And then we're going to need 1/3 cup of olive oil. It says to like pour it in a stream as you're, you know, mixing it, but I can't do that with this food processor. So I'm just going to add a little bit to it, blend it up, and then I'll add the rest. Okay, then you just blend it up. This isn't the best food processor, but it does the job. And you can taste it. Yummy. You can really taste the potato. I love it. Tomato sauce, you can taste everything. really well. It's really good. My pasta has just a couple minutes left, so I'm going to go ahead and add the peas to it. Those don't take long to cook, so it just says to add them right before draining. Okay, so after the pasta was done, I just drained it, rinsed it with cold water. I put it in a bowl, and now we're just going to add the sauce and mix it all together. And that will be it. Then you can serve it at room temperature, or you can put it in the fridge and serve it refrigerated. You can make it a few days ahead of time and, you know, just eat it whenever. You can eat it cold. So easy to just pull out of the fridge and snack on. And it's just not too many ingredients, and it has a lot of good flavors. So I'll show you when it's done. And there it is. That is the easy peasy pasta recipe. I will put the recipe in the description box below, along with the book that I got the recipe from. It's a vegan cookbook. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you ever try this recipe out, and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in next week's Meatless Monday video. Thank you for watching.